All right, Alabama. What do you got for me, Alabama? Fire away.
All right, Alabama from Laura Phillips Paramore. Name the best show you have ever done and why.
Ooh, the best show I've ever done. The best show I've ever done would have to be the first time I did the theater in Cheyenne, Wyoming, where I'm from. There is a theater called the Atlas Theater that's been there, I think, since like the 1880s. It's a very famous historic theater, and it was the first time I had came back. I'd been doing comedy probably 7-8 years, but it was like my first big show in Wyoming. So I did 2 shows that night, and I sold out both shows. And I just remember, so my favorite band's the Killers, and I remember Brandon Flowers, because he's from Vegas at the time I was living in Vegas, and he did a thing where he came out with these red sparkly shoes like Dorothy from Wizard of Oz, and he walked out on stage and he just clicked his shoes together and said, "There's no place like home. There's no place like home." And I thought that was so cool. So my girlfriend at the time bought me these red Adidas shoes, and I walked out on stage, and I did that same thing and got like a standing ovation just when I walked out. And then I did the show, and the crowd was awesome. And it was cool to look into the crowd and see like all my childhood friends and teachers and coaches and everybody that was important to me growing up. So I did the show, and then it went good. And then they called me back out at the end and gave me a standing ovation. And I remember going backstage and just running over my girlfriend at the time and just giving her a big hug. And I just started crying. I was just crying. And so it was cool. That one will be hard to beat for me forever, because it's a theater. I used to ride my bike by it every single day. And, growing up in Wyoming, I never dreamed of being a comedian. So to have it come full circle and to sell out that theater, that one to me, I mean, I don't know if that one will ever anything will ever beat that. Like, I went and performed for the Troops over Italy, Greece, Turkey. All those were important. I've opened up for, huge celebrities and done shows with them. But that first show, that first big show in Cheyenne, Wyoming, I don't know if I'll ever beat that one. And it gives me chills right now just thinking about it. So the Atlas Theater in Cheyenne, Wyoming, many years ago.
I say that's pretty cool. I was gonna say probably nothing would top that, because especially, do you think, actually, I have a follow-up question. Do you think that's more special because you didn't start comedy in Wyoming?
Yeah, I mean, it was just special because I didn't start in Wyoming because there was nowhere to start.
Yeah,
there was no shows. So what was special about it is just that everybody back home just kind of jumped on board, and they supported me that whole time. So some of them had seen me before, and that was the first time, and I ended up recording my first album there. But it was just that first time of everybody was so happy for me, just looking out into the crowd and like, they're just like, this is so cool. You chase this dream, and now you're performing for all of us. So just see, like I said, I'm very nostalgic, and I'm very proud of my hometown. So just looking out into the crowd and being like, that's my childhood friend. That's my, so stuff like that is, and just to have a whole city rooting for you coming from a small town, it's been great. I say a lot of times I probably wouldn't have survived as a comedian if I didn't have Wyoming, because the whole state has had my back and supported me everything that I've ever done. So that one, I just don't know if I'll ever be able to beat that one.
I was gonna say you're synonymous with Wyoming. I saw some Wyoming beef jerky sticks today, and I thought of you. Like, I was like,
that's my crew.
also they were gluten-free, so I was
like, I got to get some of those.
They should be a sponsor. I forgot the name of them. I'll have to pick that up. But all right, so